Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending when you're watching this video. Am I always saying that wrong? Good morning, good evening. Should be good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, I've been saying it wrong. I guess because it's quicker. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending when you're watching this video. You're tuned into PR's TT, PR's Thoughts and Theories. I'm PR. And today's video that I made, might be a little lengthy. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't get past 12 minutes because, you know, our attention span these days are pretty short. At least mine's is. Not to poke fun at myself, but like I said in the previous video, like unless it's a documentary or scripted television show that you really highly invested in, watching a commentary on somebody talking about a certain subject isn't just gonna make you want to watch it for 30 minutes to an hour. It's just like, say what you gotta say and keep it moving. But this video is basically I want to say a part 3 of my last video, which is like on some what the fuck is going on with the world shit. But it's more like current events with a little hint of comedy, even though shit ain't funny. And I'm not even gonna be doing the one. I was scrolling through YouTube and I come across this video and thought it was on touching points of the shit that I agree with. And before you see the video, before you click off because you see Fox on the bottom left hand corner, and mind you, I don't watch this show. I don't care what channel I watch, CNN, Fox, MSNBC. If there's news, I want to hear about it from all different angles. And this is just a video I watch on YouTube. I get most of my shit on YouTube. I'd like type in a certain subject, like who's talking about this, and click on it. Now, this is from a Fox network. I don't even know the name of the show. I think it's like Gutfield. But there's this dude on there. I think he's like a pro wrestler. He's always got a wrestling belt on. But he has a little segment, and I think it's called Period. I want y'all to check it out and tell me if you agree or disagree in the comments.
What it is? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's the Raise Awareness for America fundraising marathon. Yeah, I know it's a tad bit dramatic, I'll admit that. But this is what we got to do to get eyes on the parts of America that need our help. Hit the music. Hello, I'm Tyrus. And just for 39 cents a day, you could do what our government is failing to do. Like help East Palestine, Ohio, or our agents at the southern border. They get less support than a friend who says, let's vacation in Delaware. Or provide Michigan with clean drinking water. There's more heavy metal in there than Greg's record collection. Or help with the homeless in countless American cities. Because most guys camping on the sidewalk aren't trying to get Taylor Swift tickets. Or you could help feed the struggling comedians. Oh, and if you don't, help Katie, she might return to her former career of clubbing baby seals.
Someone's got to do it.
Now listen, I'm going over the top and making a big deal out of this, like Gutfeld when Boobgate gets an update. So sick of that, am I right, Kat? But hear me out. In all corners of our country, we've got problems where Americans need help. Not to mention an onslaught of crime of mostly peaceful protesters and The View. And what's the federal government or the White House doing? Well, they're busy helping other countries and picking up Hunter Biden's check and tab for whatever the hell he's doing right now. And President Biden, he won't visit the town in Ohio that had a train derail and chemicals spread throughout it. But he's happy to go to Ukraine and give out another $500 million of our tax dollars in aid money. We'll have to borrow missiles from them the next time we're attacked by a hobby balloon. And the VP Harris, she won't go to the border, probably because she'd rather take the magic school bus to the moon.
You guys are gonna see. You're gonna literally see the craters on the moon with your own eyes. Oh my goodness. With your own eyes, I'm telling you, it is gonna be unbelievable.
With your own eyes. And you got the federal government picking up the travel and hotel bill for illegal immigrants. Like Hunter giving cab fare to a hooker. But cab fare is what he calls money to buy him some more crack. Right. So if the government here isn't going to put its people first, maybe our cities should outsource for some help. Maybe we could spell ad spaces for Relaxium. Or we could ask for a big fat check from Saudi Arabia or China or France. Check that, not France. Never France. Hell, China's buying up half America anyways. Why not ask them for a few bucks? Or better yet, ask them to build us a wall. They've got a great one. Hell, you couldn't even sail a balloon over it. Or maybe we should ask the Mexican military to pitch in at the border. Because remember, the left wanted to throw our agents' horses in the slammer for 5 to 10 years for being racist horses. Biden lied about them using whips like they were Gutfield's dominatrix. Secret's out, Vito. Now you might make sense a lot of sarcasm for me right now. Well, you're not psychic, it is. Maybe Mayor Pete is finally going to the Ohio train derailment site tomorrow. I wonder if he'll have an SUV drive him there and then ride the bike the last few blocks. But guess what, Pete? You can finally hand out masks because now they actually need them. Or let's trick Kamala and tell her it's the other Palestine. And maybe then they can get some help. Tell her she can evacuate the residents and lock them up in California. Remember, she was the DA over there. Time flies, right, when you're getting screwed over. The point is, we pay our state taxes for our state. So why are we paying federal taxes to see our federal money go everywhere else but where we need it at home? How about let Americans keep their federal taxes if we're on our own anyway? Or at the very least, a few extra bucks for gas canisters, generators, and relocation expenses many Americans will face. Americans deserve better from Congress and the president. They need to show up for us when it matters most, or at least send us a Dear John letter and let us know we're on our own. Or at least let Americans claim asylum so they can get a spot and a good hotel, food, clothes, and national recognition.
Yeah, that being said, period. I agree with everything he said. Everything that's happening with this administration is ridiculous. They're just so worried about how they're being perceived so much outside of the country. They're not caring about what's happening inside the country. Like, for Biden to go all the way to Ukraine and give them $500 million after we already gave them $100 billion already to support the war that could lead us to a world war. What are what's the word I'm looking for? Just the thought of that, like the whole thing with Palestine, Ohio, that's a tragedy. There's thousands of people displaced from their homes from their homes because that area is so fucking polluted from whatever was in those trains. And the poverty level in the country, the joke about the what was it, Miley Cyrus or the other white girl concert, like they're not sitting tented in front of this building because they waiting for tickets. I thought that was funny. But in the border, letting a bunch of illegal immigrants just flood the country. But just wanted y'all to check out that video because I thought it was like on some real good touching points of what's going on with today. But this is just my video about current events, not necessarily part 3 of the last one. Let's call this current events. Peace, love y'all.